What's good, y'all? Tristan here, and today I got 5 more differences for you for why I hate Australia. So 2 days ago I posted a lighthearted video where I talked about things that annoyed me, frustrated me about Australia. I captioned it 10 things I hate about Australia, and it sure did blow up. A bunch of news networks got it. Many of you Australians really seem to hate this video. I mean, there have been thousands of hate comments between Facebook and YouTube, and I've received over 100 DMs from you guys, 90% of which were just nasty, but hey, I want to thank you guys because you're the people who really blew this video up, so thank you. And I'm making this video for 2 reasons. The first is, 10 just wasn't enough. I mean, there are so many things I hate about Australia that I just had to come up with 5 more. These are things that I truly hate about Australia. These aren't the light-hearted, playful stuff. This is more serious shit. And also, I did want to respond to a couple comments because there were a lot of people who did voice genuine confusion, concern, wanted to know why I posted the video. So this is why I made it. I made this video because this is what I do. Like, I make videos detailing my experiences in Australia. 90% of them are very fun-loving. I'm showing people the awesome things that you can do in Australia, showing the amazing experiences and memories that I have made. And of all the videos that I've made since I've been here, probably the one that I've gotten the most positive feedback from, the one that people like the most, is something I did my first 100 days here. I wrote down one minor little difference between America and Australia. Very fun-loving, very playful. I think I wrote things like, I don't know, like whenever you turn a light switch on in America, you push it up usually in America. Like here, it goes down to turn the lights on. Whenever you lock a door, the locks turn the other way. Like in M&M McFlurries at McDonald's, you put the M&Ms on top instead of mixing them in. Like super fun, playful stuff. A big complaint about the first one was because there were 100 in a 20-minute video, I averaged like 12 seconds per difference, so I couldn't elaborate. So I came up with this idea. I planned out, I wrote 10 different videos where I talk about 10 things that will shock you when you come to Australia. 10 reasons why Australia is better than America. 10 things you shouldn't do in Australia. 10 things America could learn from Australia. And yes, one of them was 10 things Americans hate about Australia. I'm really just thinking of good titles and then putting differences to fit with those titles. So right off the bat, I filmed and edited my first 3. My plan is to post one of these videos every 3 days for the next 30 days. And it just so happened, I had a little hunch that the hate one might get a little bit of traction. It was a good title. I mean, definitely something that people are going to click on and then hopefully realize from the video I don't actually hate Australia or anything about Australia. These are just like, some humorous things. If I really did hate Australia, I think I'd come up with some things that were better than having to pay 50 cents for a little bit of tomato sauce or having to go inside to pay for gas at the gas station. Yet at the same time, I do see a bit of hypocrisy or irony, whatever you want to call it, to be stating things that are negative, not positive about Australia. Meanwhile, my country, America, is in absolute shambles right now. I mean, there are protests everywhere. Like, it's not a good place. I did plan this all before any of these riots had even started. I also realized that hate is a very strong word, and yes, I chose to put it in the title because I know it would get clicks. And I'm not the only one who realizes this. I think the news articles, was it the Daily Mail Australia? Whoever published that article was very smart in the way they did things too. So I understand why people see that and get angry. But frankly, I have no apologies. I don't regret anything. There is one thing I would have changed if I were to redo it, is I probably would have put the 10 reasons why Australia is better than America video out before the 10 things I hate about Australia video. And how can I forget about my typos? I misspelled tobacco. Whew, alright. That was enough. That was a long intro. Alright, so since so many of you Aussies could not take my sarcastic, lighthearted, joking opinions about Australia, let's see if you can handle this. These are the real 5. Number 1. I hate Australia because y'all don't cut your sushi. Why does your sushi look like this when you could just cut it and make it into little bite-sized pieces? 2. Why do you only have Cheeto Puffs? What's wrong with just regular good old Cheetos? Why don't you sell those here? They're so much better than the Puffs. And 3. Why is it that at most restaurants, you don't bring the damn check to my table when I'm ready to pay? My fat, lazy American ass doesn't want to have to get all the way up, go to the cash register, just to give you my money. Number 4, I don't like your Vegemite. And I've done it right, I put butter on it, just a little bit of Vegemite, not too much. I've done it right. I still hate it. You know who else doesn't like it? My Australian roommate back in Melbourne. Full-blown Australian, doesn't like Vegemite. And now the 5th thing that I hate about Australia is y'all aren't much different than America. I'm someone, I want to see the world. I plan on traveling for at least the next 3 years of my life. I truly enjoy new cultures, seeing new things, having new experiences, meeting unique people that have a different mindset and open my mind to different things that I've never seen before. I want to go to Asia, I want to go to Africa, I want to see totally different parts of the world. Whether you realize it or not, America and Australia are so incredibly similar. If I had to think of one country in the entire world that is the most similar to the US, it's probably Australia. Actually, no, it's probably Canada, but Australia is like number 2. The only reason why I can make these differences video is because we are so similar. If I was doing this about a country like, I don't know, Thailand or something like that, there would be so many vast differences. I couldn't even begin to like hone in on 100 differences. Yes, you're right. America has tons of shitty things about it, starting with the healthcare, starting with the guns, but we are still very much the same, more similar than different. You look at these protests right now in America. Yes, they are the perfect evidence that things are not good there. We need a lot of change. A lot of work needs to be done in America, but you can also look at your own population. Look at the Aboriginals here. I don't know enough to get into the details, and I don't want to pretend like I do, but I mean, I think every Australian would recognize that there's a problem there. The main thing I want people to get from this video is, yes, there are some differences between our countries, but there's a whole lot more similarities. And I do hope you can take my next 9 to 10 videos where I'll be talking about America and Australia in a very lighthearted way. Hopefully you can get some entertainment out of it and maybe learn a couple things. Anyways, make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. Peace out, guys.